only seen the best of them. You've only seen the rest of them. 'Cause nothing is better than this show. No, you ain't made no wiser choices than tuning in to these two voices. 'Cause nothing is better than this show with Livvy and Chrissie.
It was Bob Marley's music, and it was great.
Which track?
Well,
Which,
it was
what
his
was the one that really got you?
The album was Natty Dread.
Oh,
You know,
I know
it
that,
was his
yeah.
first album, I think, when he signed for Island Records then. And I was in my teens at the time, and that album was everything to me. We took it everywhere. And then years later, I managed to meet the man himself, played football in Battersea Park, become friends.
Because he lived in London for quite a while.
He lives in London, yeah. He was in exile, and we lived in Brixton and Wandsworth, and he lives in Battersea, which is not too far.
Just up the road.
Just up the road, and we sort of met in the park every Sunday. We'd have a kick around and have a chat and everything. Fantastic inspiration.
Did you ever play with him?
I did. We played football every Sunday. Never played musically, no.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be telling that story, it's that name dropping story. I played guitar with Bob Marley, but no. But football was a very passionate thing for him.
I know.
It was the second
that new
love
film
for
that's
him.
out actually talks about his football.
Yes.
Have you seen that film? The
I have,
documentary.
yeah,
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's absolutely wonderful, and it shows his life, and it shows how passionate he was about sports. So I'm feeling proud that I actually shared some of his passion. Maybe not with his music with him, but with the football that he loves so much.
And the music inspired you.
Absolutely.
So he shared his passion
He did indeed,
with you.
yes.
And I've got this idea about food being passionate and the music, and you combine it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really important, isn't it, to
I
have
think it's
that
a
energy
Jamaican
for it.
thing. It's definitely Jamaican. I mean, I grew up in a little village called Content in Clarendon in Jamaica, and whatever happens there, if you're in the kitchen, the radio is on, the music's on, or someone's outside just singing. My grandmother was a fantastic la-la lady, as I call her. She didn't used to sing songs, but she would just la-la all over the place. And she'd be in the kitchen and she would be just la-la-ing and fantastic melodies. And I can hear her, the chords that's like a C-sharp chords that she always had this wonderful voice that she just sang. And it was always around food. And I grew up sort of merging these two things together.
Yeah.
Never in the kitchen without having a bit of music on. So when the time came for me to give the sauce the name, I remember going around to a few friends and everyone was saying, Levi, you're going to give it a really cool name like your grandmother's, like Levi's grandmother's hot scotch bonnet pepper. I just thought, no, it just doesn't ring. And whenever time I said to somebody that I'm going to call it reggae sauce, they said three things. It's too black, it's too Jamaican, and it's too Rasta. That's what people said.
Really?
But I really wanted it to be about me.
Yeah.
And the music and the food was the two biggest passions for me. So I just thought this name reggae sauce was so cool. And no matter what people said, I wanted to have that name. And I do think that is the part of the attraction of it is the name. Sauce is great, but I think the whole thing about giving it that sort of cool name does work for it.
Oh, that's brilliant. So you're going to play some music for us.
Yeah.
Have you got something in mind that you would like to play?
Well, again, because of that Bob Marley kind of feeling and the whole Rasta, thing, which I think it's what kept me grounded.
Right.
Because I still live in my same flat in Brixton that I always lived in. I haven't flown the roost and lived in somewhere like Richmond or anything like
Don't
that.
go shishi.
Absolutely. And I think it's the music, via Bob Marley that brought me my Rastafarian religion. So I just like to strum a little and sing a little thing of a classic Rastaman vibes.
Okay.
La da ha da da hi, la da hi. Kings of kings and Lord of lords, conquering lion, he rules over all. Kibrela Hamlak, Himasigan, Ilaya Bingiai, Congo Shanti. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I give thanks and praise every breath I take. Bless me each morning with sunshine. I wake Adana Elohim, El Shaddai God Maui. Give us Selassie, Nigos Nigas. Da 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 da.
That was beautiful.